One of the problems I faced was to relax the students into wanting to make a mistake. It seems that at university level, especially in the first 2 years when classes are large, we tell them, sit down, shut up, and I'll tell you what you need to know. But then they come into an active learning space and we tell them, okay, now be creative. It takes time for students to relax, to understand that this is a safe place where errors are welcomed, that all of us will learn from them, and at the end, we're helping each other in a learning process. It's a different ways that students think about themselves, about their learning, about their impact, about what is that they do for community. I had to go through the process of how do you create teams. Do I tell them what to do? Or do they learn about what projects are and then align themselves with the project? Students read the projects that partner and I created, and then they rank them. The students and partners meet in a room. Every partner sits at one of the pods, and students rotate. So every student meets every partner, and the partner tells them about the project in their own words, and students have a chance to ask questions. And then I basically tell students to go to the pod where they would like to work. And in the 3 years that the course have been running, we only had once a situation that 10 students wanted to work with a partner and they had to shift. In the past 2 years, I had an expert for group forming and group performing, who usually trains the CEOs in big corporations. He came into a classroom and volunteered to give a presentation. So he talks about introverts and extroverts and combos of each. And he has a pie chart, and then every student has to locate themselves based on a certain number of questions, locate themselves on that pie. And suddenly you see the team saying, oh, I belong here and I belong here. And then the next exercise is, given that you are on this part of the pie, how are you going to work together to make sure that you utilize the talents of every team member? The coherence that our teams have is incredible. The first assignment the teams have after they identify themselves is to go out and have a beer. And it's outside the classroom time, but all the groups who did it, they became friends on a different level. A couple of groups that didn't do it did not do well. And that's my, I'm not that I'm encouraging, consummation of alcohol, but I'm encouraging meeting and getting to know each other in social settings. One thing that I would recommend to people who are considering or already doing the group work, there are a couple of rules that my students have to obey in group forming. You cannot have your significant other, your partner, in the same group, nor best friend, nor somebody you live with. If you do have people that are too close, they can gang up in team evaluations against the other students, and we would like to avoid that.